You press record.
I feel like
Okay,
it's a
hold
way
on.
to cook vegetables and make them so hearty and rich that like you wouldn't
hold
miss
on.
meat in
Yeah,
the
you
meal.
gotta. So what I found is find that like okay with mushrooms, certain mushrooms have the same texture as chicken. So once you
Yeah.
see because chicken don't taste like shit until you season it.
For the most part.
Yeah. So it's that.
But you're not finna fry that shit up and be like,
we not
"Look,
live
y'all,
yet.
I made vegan chicken
You gotta
nuggets.
press.
No, those are just woodier mushrooms that you deep fried, motherfucker.
Right. You dip them in.
Is there an echo I'm saying?
You keep playing, look like chitlins. So,
But is there an
Dude, oh no. Some chick did talk about she was making
it's
vegan
no echo.
chitlins, and I'm like, see,
Thanks, Mike. We're going. We're rolling. Thanks a lot.
chitlins do not pretend to be anything
What's up,
that
Keish?
they're not.
people who eat chitlins want to know they're eating
All right,
chitlins.
can we rock now?
That
Yeah.
part.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip in the average Negro.
What?
We started. This is it. This is
Not
reasonable
yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. We got you.
Yes, sir.
Now,
This is the ignorant shit you like.
I am King
This is
Cooler.
the ignorant shit you like. Nigga, this is the ignorant shit you like. Come on. This is the ignorant shit you like.
The motherfucker got a nine chasing a chicken.
Bombs!
I'm
it's
going
on,
to
it's
open
on,
up a
it's on.
hospital for mentally ill Africans. I'm going to hospitalize
Can't
you,
hear the
coons,
intro.
because I care about
Loudspeakers.
you and I love you. You're part of our family. I cannot let you go and do what you want to do. I care about the coons, brothers and sisters. I care about the coons, brothers and sisters. We're going to open up a mental health rehabilitation hospital for political coonery. We are going to treat the coons, brothers and sisters. We can't leave them out there. We have to treat the coons. The Dr. Papa Mental Health Hospital for coons. We have to rehabilitate the coons, brothers and sisters. Let us save the coons. We have to do this. We have to do this.
Danielle, when are we going to have a Garvey baby? Lord have mercy, Sister Danielle. You must not have heard me. Sister Danielle wants to have a Garveyite baby with King Kongalicious. Sister Danielle, and she fine too. Look at them eyes. Sister Danielle, listen, baby. We got to build the nation first. If I give up all my testosterone, I won't have no energy to build the nation. I got to build first, okay? We must build before the back shots. We must handle the business before the back shots. It is consciousness over the cookies. It is politics over the punani. It is revolution over the romance. Sister Danielle wants to have a baby with King Kongalicious. She fine too. Lord have mercy. Might have triplets. But Sister Danielle, stay focused, my sister. Understand, overstand, and understand that the building, the nation building must come before the back shots. I said the nation building must come before the back shots. Brothers and sisters, we must stay focused.
We must stay
We must
focused.
stay focused.
We must stay focused. We must stay focused. Bombs! Pop it! Air horns. Hand claps.
Sean Weed, what up?
Let that chopper ring.
There's nothing wrong with pussy.
That ain't the,
Fuck.
that ain't the,
There we go. There you go.
Rolling into sleep like.
Hey, we are. This is Reasonable Ignorance Podcast. Live on location, Sonic Palace Studios. Sonic Palace Studios, right there with super producer / engineer, the world famous, straight from London, Abbey Room. Was it called Abbey Room? Was Abbey
Abbey
Road,
Road.
right? Abbey Road engineered himself on the 90. How big was the soundboard? That big? Super big soundboard. No plug-ins. Matt Mercado right there. Hand claps. So if you hear the little off prompts tonight, you know how it is. Sound guy Mike is not in the building tonight.
shout out to my man Sound Guy Mike, man.
Shout out to Sound Guy. On my right, The one and only, the illest of all Jeffs, Jeff the illest.
What's good, people?
Hand claps.
Everyone.
Our two brothers are not, our three brothers are not here. They all on vacation and them relocate. One of them relocated down to Texas and everything. Shout out to Magic Mike.
Man. Hope you're enjoying it. You're probably in Dallas, too.
The other two on vacation right now and everything, enjoying life. But tonight we are joined by our Steam Podcast regular from years ago. And still, you know, whenever she gets a chance to pop in, she's here. Delcia, hand claps.
Hi, everybody.
What up, Dale?
And with that being said, we are joined tonight by Mr. Solomon Abrams.
Thank y'all for having me. What's going on?
What up?
Hand claps on that one, please. We are going to be talking about the BDSM lifestyle.
Whoa.
I'm going to be educated. Me and Jeff are going to get educated tonight about this pause on the BDSM lifestyle. Even though Jeff the illest sells sex toys,
Wow.
what he used to before he took on the life of DJ Superman DJ and everything on the ones and twos.
Actually, I was doing both.
Oh,
There you go. Revelations coming real right there, being revealed. But we're gonna have an open mind. We're gonna be educated. At least I am. And I'm looking forward to listening. With that being said, give me a rewind, please. There you go. Air horns one more time. Rewind one more time. Give me a pop it. Bombs. Sounding good. Sounding good. Before we get into our guest, and I'd be remiss to say we have to talk about the current event cycle of what's going on. Got to get your opinions about what's been happening this week. Would like your opinion, Solomon, also about you being a guest.
Okay.
About what's going on. As you can tell, what's happening with our some people have put him out the black delegation. Some people have him still in the black delegation. With Kanye West, formerly known as Ye. I've seen all your memes along with Kanye's memes saying Ye has formally cut ties with Kanye West.
right.
Sometimes
it happens.
Hand claps on that. As you all know, if you don't know, if you're living up on a rock, Kanye lost every deal or financial situation that he was a part of over the last couple of weeks due to his interviewing with Nori on Nori's platform, Drink Champs podcast, Piers Morgan, and his most importantly, his reluctance to not apologize. I want to go around the room, starting with Delcia. Give me your thoughts.
I have no opinion because I am not educated enough in it to have an opinion because I just don't really give a fuck.
Bombs.
I will say this, though.
Hit that bombs.
I will say this, though, with him, losing all of, these endorsements. I read an article about 15 years ago that said why it's better to be the coach and not the player. Because when they fire the coach, he still gets all his money. So I don't know. I don't really give a fuck. His tax bracket is way different than mine. That shit is rich people problems.
Hit it.
I have no
Bombs.
dissertations.
Be ready, sir. Be ready. Be ready.
I have
So
no
there'll be a lot of
dissertations
them.
about his behavior. I'm not surprised by it. Just like if the headline end up being in the next 7 to 10 days, Kanye West blows brains out, won't be surprised.
Okay.
So
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You
Like,
don't give a fuck, don't care.
not
Pretty
at all.
much.
Because
It's rich nigga problems, right?
that's exactly what that shit is. Like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sleep soundly.
Jeff?
Like I said last week, we as a people are not focusing. We want to still cheer him on, and he's a black man. We can't put a black man down, but this black man was putting your race down. He started off as slavery was a choice. Is that fact?
Fact.
Okay.
Pop it.
This man also made fun and lied about George Floyd.
He didn't pop it, though. Boom, pop. There you go. All right.
Yeah, he lied. He talked about George Floyd and his murder, talking about he was using fentanyl. Also, on Piers Morgan, he said that the white man, here we go, this is one of your favorite things.
What's that?
He said the white man was the most oppressed man in the world.
Really?
Oh, yes. He said that, and that's quoted.
Okay.
But the white man does feel like that.
Yeah, but
especially in 2022 now,
but
they feel like they can't get ahead for fucking losing.
But we all know that the white man and the white privilege game is in effect and is still going.
And Solomon, don't be nervous about because you think the engineer might be white. He's Puerto Rican.
I'm Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican.
I like that.
So he's Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican from out in Oak Park.
Right.
Okay. So
with that said,
he don't mind. He don't care as long as I pay him
My
that.
dad was born on the island.
He don't care as long as I pay him that money.
right.
That's all I mean. He don't give two shits. Bombs. Hit that bombs right there.
Money on time.
Right. There you go. All right.
and my biggest thing is we are so focused on his billionaire status, him like the whole anti-Semitic thing, and he's telling the truth and he's not crazy. I get that. If he's not crazy, he wouldn't have said the stuff he was saying about us as a people. It just came out that he said he looked up to Hitler. He sounded like Trump to me.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing, we forgot that he wore that red hat too.
All right.
I get that, people have their political affiliations, and it doesn't matter to me if you're Democrat or Republican, but if it's known that you fucking with a racist and you holding down a racist and you talking racist shit, you're looking like a white boy on the inside.
Hit it!
And an Uncle Ruckus in the face.
Pop it! There you go. There you go. Let that chopper ring right quick. He just had to warm up.
Rewind. Let me rewind that. Let me let people hear what I just said. He's looking like a white man on the inside and an Uncle Ruckus in the face.
Pop it! The words of Jeff the Illis. Don't worry about it. We good. Solomon, what's your thoughts?
He's still Kanye from the Shy. I'm not gonna disown him. He been saying outlandish shit. I don't. Yeah, he just saying out some outlandish shit. His business stopped. You ain't the first motherfucker who said some shit that people can't fuck with you no more. He gonna be all right. Did I agree with White Lives Matter? Nope. You look crazy as hell. Everything he's doing is what he's been doing. It's like having a cousin that's your family, but he fuck around with people in other areas, need his ass whooped. They ain't beat his ass, and now you're not family. You just look dumb as hell out here. So he gonna be all right. That's all I got to say about that. One way or the other, he gonna be all right. He gonna make some more music. I do wish that motherfucking musicians from Chicago stop going crazy so that motherfucking I can keep listening, because I still step in the name of love. I still want to listen to rocket ships and all that shit. So how I feel about Kanye was music that he been already made. This new motherfucker, hey man, you got a different plan, and so that don't stop my show.
I mean, now that we got this opening statements and shit, I got a chance to watch the Drink Champs podcast. I watched bits and pieces of the Piers Morgan interview, but I watched the Lex Friedman interview, and he really detailed the issues that he has that's going on.
Right.
And by him detailing it, what's going on, the man suffers from paranoia.
Okay.
He's been betrayed.
Fair enough.
He's got too many white people around him. He has He has no black people that.
All that shit sound like a choice.
Pop it.
He has no black people around him that he trusts. I say that again. He has no black people around him that he can trust, because in his mind, if you don't have the same kind of money he has, you don't.
Right.
We're not on the same page.
Right.
We don't equate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he has all these people that he married into a family that
Of whores.
And plastic folk
that he cannot control. If you listen to the Lex Friedman podcast, and I tell anybody and everybody to take the opportunity. It's a 2.5 hour podcast.
Okay.
It's a good back and forth between him. Lex Friedman is Jewish. I say that again. Lex Friedman is Jewish. He tries to. I don't want to taint everybody's ears and eyes when they listen to the podcast. But listen, if you look at the list of the podcast, it's very revealing. Very revealing. Like you said, Delcia, choice. You made a choice to sit up and want to climb that social currency ladder, along with wanting to climb that financial ladder.
Right.
But you got people around you that's making decisions for you, and then they paint the narrative that you're crazy.
Right.
So then it goes back to what, I'm going to go back for a second, goes back to what the minister said. The minister Farrakhan said, and this goes to education from years ago, Jeff, Solomon, Delcia, they know how to divide and conquer. They know how to make open doors. They know how to close doors and stuff like that. What he said on the Drink Champs platform, and along with what he said on the Lex Friedman and Piers Morgan, it's still the same thing. Still, he has problems with the Jewish media. We get that, but if you got a Jewish trainer, a Jewish manager, and you're dealing with all these different Jews situation, this is what you signed up for, right, thinking that you can try to break the mold, right, and you can, and you wasn't comfortable in doing such.
Right.
And once again, some of the things that he said in the podcast with Drink Champs in regards to George Floyd, erroneous, reprehensible, just plain out false.
It's all for shock value.
Whether it was for shock value or not, Boosie said that you apologized to the Jews, but you didn't apologize to the blacks.
Sure enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he said what he said about, I don't know what the fuck he said about George Floyd.
What he said about George Floyd.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
But guess what? He got to apologize to me for saying shit about George Floyd. He didn't personally fucking attack me, okay?
It's more than that though.
No, but see, his words don't have shit to do with me. Like, I'm not.
You're part of the black delegation, right?
But I'm not taking that shit as a personal attack by somebody that's clearly a fucking lunatic. So he don't have to apologize to me about shit.
There we go. And
if you're part of the black delegation, go ahead, Jeff.
Here's the thing. The biggest problem I have with this whole thing is that we praise this man. A lot of people call this dude a fucking genius.
He calls himself that.
And calls himself that.
He wants to be called a prophet.
And this man ain't nothing but a crazed bandit that's looking for attention. He is a supreme 1,000% Gemini.
I'm just saying.
Attention. And to me, all he's doing is saying things just to get a rise out of motherfuckers. Just like his favorite person, Donald Trump, a.k.a. Chester Cheetah.
But
you know what I'm saying?
When the fuck have we ever believed the motherfucker? Like, he said he was a genius. That automatically make him one? Motherfuckers say they nice guys all the time, and that be proven to be fucking wrong.
Should he have lost? I'm asking all three of you all. Should he have lost the deals?
Yeah.
It all
say
depends
yes.
on
I say yes.
The morality clauses that are in the contracts that he has with people. Like, if they feel like they don't want to be attached to that because it's going to hurt their brand, they're more than welcome to take their money and their time someplace else.
Solomon?
Yeah, I think he should have lost the contract. He, some shit just bad business. I don't need to be a billionaire, or at some point, we've all done some sort of business, whether it's a handshake or contractual, where it's better just to say, fuck it. Hey, you go your way and I'll go mine. He, he should have lost it because you kind of put yourself in a situation where you made a private conversation, y'all private contractual conversation, public. And so you did that for them to make a move. Well, they made a move, motherfucker. And so that's gonna happen. You know, some of the other shit is just, hey man, it's all about what it is, you know.
But for you, Delcia, for you not to say that it doesn't hurt you personally, but you're a part of the Black delegation fabric, and
for his words to have to hurt me, I would have to give a fuck about Kanye West. That's what I'm saying.
You like his music, right?
For him to anger me, some of his music, yes.
Okay.
But for me to actually give a fuck about what anybody says
would you dance around the house naked, or would you dance around the house with his fucking music?
No.
You don't like Gold Digger or nothing like that?
I'm not dancing around naked to it, and I can't remember the last time I heard that song.
I know that was a criteria for music.
Hit it!
Damn.
Hey, women like to dance around naked when they cleaning.
Man.
Am I right or wrong?
I mean, this morning, I was listening to fucking Queen while I was cleaning up.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Right.
No, it wasn't. Like, shit, Another One Bites the Dust is my shit.
So
okay, so cool.
You moonwalking around with your titties out to
Bombs!
Bites the Dust?
Look, let me tell you, the people that live in the building across the way be like, can you ask her to either close her blinds or put a shirt on?
Hit it!
And I'd be like, they just titties. It is what it is.
You have the fucking window open? I mean,
the blinds wide the fuck open because I need the sunlight.
Oh, there it is.
Ain't that a bitch?
But
Another One Bites the Dust.
I really want to kind of add a more deeper move, Jamal, too. And I said this on the show.
Put that shit on shuffle.
Right.
I said this on After Hours. I said it's a bigger plot because people forget that. Here's the other piece of info. People forget that Kanye West is a Republican plant for everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's voting time.
With him, it's voting time. With him, it's five thoughts going on at one time, and they get expressed.
Sounds like mental defect to me.
There's broken sentences. Five thoughts going on at one time.
Didn't he have like lap band or some shit like that? Didn't he have one of the bariatric surgeries?
See, you're going to. I don't know about all that kind
I'm
of
just
shit.
saying no because like it's been proven that people that have like weight loss surgery, they end up suffering some type of mental defect because their fucking bodies don't absorb the nutrients from the food that they used to.
Pop
like,
it!
Oh, man.
No, seriously.
You heard it here first. Working title number 1. When you get a fucking bariatric surgery, you go fucking crazy. Hit it!
Lap
No,
band.
this is not me
Now
being fucking
I'm
mean.
Lap
getting
bands
warmed
lead to
up.
No,
Here we go.
that mean
Ken-
that
I'm good now,
when
baby.
motherfuckers should have been reading the
Thoughts
news,
and
motherfuckers
opinions
weren't reading the
of the
news.
Ken
Jesse
Jackson.
Jackson Jr. said that shit.
Oh, shit.
He
You heard
had
it- you heard it out
bariatric
of
weight loss
Delcia's-
surgery and then ended up with bipolar 2 syndrome.
You heard it out of Delcia's mouth. If you have a bariatric surgery,
No, if you
you
don't,
fucking go crazy.
people tend to suffer
Pop
from
it.
mental defect. People, their hair will fall out,
Hit
their
it.
fucking teeth will fall out of their fucking mouth because they're not absorbing the nutrients the way they used to do before they cut their fucking stomachs in half or put a band on it to stop it.
Okay.
So basically, if I thought about going to get that lap
You
band,
would have to take that shit to, they gonna give you the rundown on everything that the side effects of that shit. And you could be sitting up talking to motherfuckers and your teeth falling up out your fucking mouth because you got a vitamin deficiency. Them people that get that surgery have to take a shitload of vitamins. I know several
There we
people
go.
that's done this and they be, man, I'm slacking on taking my vitamins and shit. My head just coming out in clumps. You need to do something about that then.
well, they go get the wig installed. What the fuck? Hit it.
Everybody don't want to win.
You realize though, Solomon, Solomon,
Yes, sir.
Brother Solomon,
Yes,
Brother
sir.
Jeff, you realize 40 years ago we used to clown our grandmothers about them goddamn wigs. Now all these women got wigs now.
Oh no, I'll take you a step further.
Go ahead.
Dudes who got wigs now. Motherfuckers getting waves stuck on. It's the different. It's the bizarre
High top
world.
fades.
Man, motherfuckers
I'm not
getting.
mad at that though.
No.
I'm not mad at no. I'm just
no.
saying that.
Nothing
you
is
can't-
above ridicule. Go ahead now.
Everybody get down how
No,
you live.
I'm saying.
Fuck
so
that.
My man can have one, right? I just don't want to see him get his shit installed.
Pop it.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm just
My
waiting on the
man
video
can
where
have
these motherfuckers
one.
get smacked in the face and they shit get crooked. That's
Right.
that's what I'm.
He can have one. I just don't need to know about it.
The problem with wigs is this here. If you
We
gonna
used to
do-
clown them though, Solomon.
But I got you. I'm with you. I'm 100%.
Well,
right?
you saw Grandma put that wig
wig
on
on,
when
but
you
but
was a
that
child. In the
you
80s.
had
How old are
right.
you? How old are you?
I'm 48.
Okay, so we me and you the same age.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you
Yeah,
clown
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Go.
All I'm saying is the problem is
Shit.
there's no wig etiquette.
Hit it.
Motherfuckers don't wash them.
Pop it.
Motherfucking wigs is looking like motherfucking a crochet shirt on their head.
Bombs.
If you gonna put it on,
My
whatever
God.
you gonna do, if you gonna put it on, if you gonna get a wig, if you gonna get the motherfucking waves, you gonna get the little fake beard, if you gotta maintain it.
Wash that shit. Take
Wash
care
that.
of your
That's the
shit.
problem, motherfucker.
Niggas
They
ain't
do
getting
be
fake
walk-
beards. Come
Yes,
on,
sir.
dude.
Yes,
Yes,
they
sir.
are.
Yes,
Yes,
they
sir.
are.
Fake beards?
Fake
Yeah.
beards, fake hair.
I can understand the fake hair. I see
No,
the
no,
shit.
they getting fake beards and everything, brother.
They want to
They was getting
Hey,
fake
listen.
beards first and took it to their head.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers getting the whole beard, not like a little bitty joint.
Some of our
a
women.
whole beard.
Some of our women are making these brothers go bonkers.
No, they ain't making
man.
them. Oh, motherfuckers make themselves go bald. Man, I
Yeah.
don't put. I
No,
don't
I'm
put
talking about
clownery on-
bonkers with the
No,
with the
no, I
beard.
don't put that on
You
women.
know,
These
like
motherfuckers
the
is
trend.
crazy.
You know, at one point the trend was getting their beard. You know,
Yeah, it
women
was,
lo-
it was.
Yeah,
Women
yeah.
love
I
them
feel bad.
beards.
I think because of Ross and Rick Ross, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And niggas was like, "Fuck that! I'm finna go ahead and get that."
Because when you had a beard, it was mostly the Muslim and Philly niggas that had beards. The Orthodox community,
Yeah.
niggas that's
Next
in
you know,
Philly
everybody-
got beards. Now,
everybody-
Now,
got beard.
motherfucker with a beard shaved, they fucking face, they walking around here looking like a raper man
Like
and
Lamont
shit.
Sanford. Looking like the second Lamont
Like,
Sanford.
don't do that to yourself. Go put it back on. But I'm
Yeah.
not even upset with like a man that wants to wear like a little lace front. Could you imagine being 27 years old and your motherfucking hairline and receded fucking 6 inches
So?
because alopecia?
No, that's because
So and if
motherfuckers
it's
man
like
heads all fucked up.
no, but
on, man.
tractional alopecia is a thing. It is a thing, and young people be suffering from that shit. So like, if it's to boost your confidence, and it would probably be a normal thing if men would shut the fuck up about women wearing wigs. I will say this though.
What?
And the difference between the wigs my grandma used to wear 40 years ago and the wigs that bitches is wearing now, there's definitely a come up, okay? Cause goddamn it, at least these wigs they can curl. That shit my grandma used to wear would fucking burn.
Gotcha. Give me a rewind. Like I said, on these parting notes about Kanye, his $1 billion status dropped after the Adidas deal. Adidas was the last one to say we're cutting ties. They did come out with a couple of Yeezy drops over the weekend while that shit was getting dropped last week. So they knew what the fuck they was going to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they had to get them motherfucking them drops on Confirmed app out the way. Once again, you do have a sweat. You do have just we do just to end this off, and I want you all to partake on your thoughts on it. Mm-hmm. You do have a swell of blacks that are like, we should not be reveling or be happy that all this shit is happening to him. But then you have another part of the blacks that are saying that's what the nigga deserves for opening his mouth.
And not only opening his mouth, he disrespecting us. And we sitting here dumbfounded. Some of our people are dumbfounded and not paying attention to what's really what he's saying and how he feels about his own people.
They are paying attention. He trying to back NBC, nigga. What is you talking about?
This man literally said that he want to be like Hitler. I'm good. I cannot roll with that man.
Hey. I hope that wasn't true, that what Van Lathan said, but Van Lathan did say that, they had to cut that part out, of course, because Harvey Levin, who owns TMZ, is Jewish. Mm-hmm. No. But it's Solomon, Delcia, is Jeff. It's like, like I said, you got a certain segment who doesn't want him to go through this. There's no, in my mind, I'm just being honest with you and telling you from my point, ain't no way, as much as I want to be free or whatever and do my own thing, ain't no way I'm going to walk away for $500 million worth of royalties.
I'm not.
You know how much money you could help distribute and help the black delegation out with if you really was on that type of time?
And clearly he wasn't on that because he had that status for a long ass time. And what did he do for him?
Shit.
I mean, he gave Breonna Taylor's family money.
So
George Floyd's wife, not
I'm
wife,
talking
but girlfriend's
about the motherfucking
money.
Kids that I ride the motherfucking train with every morning.
It's backfired with the George Floyd situation. It's backfiring because he's getting sued.
He's getting sued. I think they're not going to sue him because they just wanted him to shut up about. No,
he's getting sued.
The situation. I understand it.
Because he getting.
I heard it out there, but
he's lawyering up, and then
no lawyer firm want to take him on.
Of course,
they want him to apologize.
Motherfucking lie.
And then
Solomon, they want him to apologize. They want.
And then Candace Owens, is suing as well.
Suing who?
George Floyd's family, because she tried. She the one made the documentary.
Which was all types of fallacies in there.
Right. And
all types of just
to me,
erroneous information coming out of there.
And to me, that's another thing. I'm like, George Floyd's family should sue the fuck out of Candace.
Her, correct. I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Because that woman is a man. To me, she has been quiet as a motherfucking church mouse since everything fell for that man. Candace, you didn't hear?
She said a couple of things on Twitter though, Jeff, Solomon, Delcy. She's been saying a couple of things on Twitter, but she's not.
She's not fiery. She's not on fire.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying?
Once again, now I hate to say this though, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Goddamn woman is always the black man's downfall.
Oh,
hit it.
And
if it ain't Kim, if it ain't Kris Jenner. It's Candace Owens, goddammit.
No, her new name is Candace
Owens. You got something you want to say about that, Delcia? Solomon?
These
Jeff?
are facts.
I like the black woman.
I love the black woman, too.
I love the black woman, too.
Well,
I said the woman, though. The woman.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
I haven't seen this documentary. I don't
and
know.
I'm not going to watch it.
Let me explain something to you.
I understand.
The only way I would watch it if somebody said, "Hey, here's $1,000 to waste an hour of your time watching this shit."
You know what's now.
You
I don't
and you in this idealistic thinking
No,
that I just don't care.
No,
it's like you have to stay current on what's going on.
It's called blissfully ignorant. And that's what makes me feel good. And I realized that shit the other day when I turned on my TV for the first time in I don't know how long. And it was like your DVR is like 99% full. So let me go see what the fuck is happening. I started looking at some of the shit that I was recording. And then you know how the news, like they'll record a portion of the news.
Right.
Me, god damn, these motherfuckers in Chicago is crazy. When the fuck did this happen? Oh shit, I missed that. That was a year ago. It's called blissfully ignorant because I don't want that shit to wear down my motherfucking mental.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So
I see
like
what you're
I'm
saying.
not gonna stress myself out with that shit and come up with like all of these think pieces and I sound just like every other idiot on the internet that's ranting on about it. I don't have time for that. So I'd rather stay in my motherfucking lane, man, my motherfucking business, and continue to plan my trips and just live blissfully ignorant.
But you wouldn't, as being blissfully ignorant that you are, it might be a podcast that might get started. A branch off the Reasonable Ignorance podcast, now on Spotify. Reasonable Ignorance podcast now on what?
Spotify.
All right.
Let me address some. I see the chat.
Let me. Okay. Go, give me one. Just let me hit this last one thing.
All right.
Fuck it, you threw me off, nigga. Go ahead, man.
King James said we capping, man.
Pop it.
He said I'm running with every headline. These are not headlines. These are facts. Y'all.
Say what you want to say, Jeff.
We acting like Trump voters. We refuse to see the facts. We just rolling because we fans.
Solomon, I ain't gonna walk away from no $500 million
Hey,
royalties.
Hey, man.
I ain't finna burn down the house
Hey,
for
man,
no
you-
over some another people
But
who
when
control
you
this and control that
crazy,
shit
you
like
will.
that. I'm
I
not
done
finna do it, baby.
I done sat down and shut the fuck up for less. And not even know, but like I say, we don't have to go back in history to find out that black folks who tried to say what the fuck they want to say and get penalized by some organization. It happened to Oprah. It happened to Jordan. It happened to every motherfucking body.
Yeah.
So this ain't no new, Kanye West ain't do no new thing. I don't need to, hey man, he could have been cool and just rolled that thing out. You know, whether it's medication, mental, it's madness, you ain't the first motherfucker. You ain't the first motherfucker that didn't like how you was getting treated by the motherfuckers you picked to be treated by. You picked
Correct.
all this shit.
Hit it.
I ain't stupid. I know reasonable. Just last few months ago, you was talking about Balenciaga and all these designers. Hey man, if you fucking around, we the same age.
Right.
Somebody from the block go somewhere and get their ass beat. The first question is, what the fuck was you doing over there?
Hit it.
So all right, no he ain't. No he ain't.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say no he ain't. Poor. He'll be all right.
That's all I'm saying. He'll
Yeah,
be strong. And
do-
maybe it's a
but
ploy
he be
to
all right.
lose all his money, so when his divorce is final from Kim, she'll have to run that bag.
Hit it.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she gonna have to pay some alimony and child support. I don't know. I don't care because at
It's
the end of the
entertainment.
day,
It's entertaining.
what they eat don't make me shit. So
It don't
no.
even affect the racist people that's racist, the lower level racist, the street level.
Well, they're saying because they support Kanye that in L.A. Some people were protesting against the Jews
No.
due to his commentary. So they started doing, on the freeway, they started putting some shit out there, KKK this or whatever, and everything. But this also goes back to free speech and free thinking is what his mindset is saying to any and everybody, that the power of free speech is done. And the power of free thinking is done also because he feels like the left is controlling the free thinking versus where the right is not. And the right are free thinkers, and conservatives are free thinkers, and a lot of people feel like this is a part of the oppression Olympics going on. That's that clubhouse talk right there.
Yeah, I got
You know what I'm saying? The oppression Olympics going on. You know, so it's one dynamic after another. It does have everybody talking though. It does have everybody conversation. It does have everybody talking and have everybody dialogue. And I, I'm gonna wrap this part up, but I mean, Solomon, Jeff, and Del, it's like, I hate to see that the brother lost everything, but now he gets to go ahead and,
Start all over.
there's no more blame game.
Right.
You blame Adidas and you blame Gap for not opening up your stores, but you could have used the land that you have to open up one store on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could have opened up one store on your own, coming out of. I know we freshly coming out of COVID,
right?
But you could have opened up one store on your own. You shouldn't worry about having to make them, the people that you're in partnership with, do it for you, facilitate it and do it for you. You could have done it on your own with the money that you've been getting.
Right.
You could have opened up one store, whether it be in Wyoming. You would have had everybody flying out to motherfucking Wyoming, going to your Yeezy store, and you would have sold the fuck out.
Right.
I wouldn't go hop on the plane to fly to Wyoming.
You probably
for some
wouldn't,
shit
but
like that.
But people would have. Right.
Yeah, you got some people that's just for nostalgia purposes would have went in if he has a big enough size store. Let's say that's big enough than big like the Macy's over there in Evergreen Park. You understand what I'm saying? You on the south side or west side or north side?
I'm outside.
Oh, so
I'm over there,
you understand where I'm going, right? So if he goes over there and has a store for that, go ahead.
He could have done a bunch of things, right? So here, let y'all know that my memory ain't that bad. Just a couple of years ago, when you and your wife had a good family together, y'all were trying to do prison reform. You could have taken your stuff out of all these factories, put it in at least a prison, and had it so that that you are putting this fashion sense back into prisons when they hit the block. They have a workable thing. They got something they can do. He could have done a bunch of things.
A bunch.
But he did what he wanted to do. And okay, you ain't the first person that don't like your job. You ain't the first person that didn't like your contract. Hey man, it's cats who sold dope, didn't like the person that was getting dope from. You know what they did? They got that pack off and then went and copped from somewhere else. You did how you did, there's consequences. The problem is that people think that free speech means free of consequence. No, you say something, the government can't do it, but people don't have to like it. You can't just say what you want to say about anybody, whether it's true or not. You know what I'm saying?
You can say whatever you want to say.
You can say whatever you want to say. But you have to. You still got to stand on that.
But okay, Solomon, you say that.
Yes, sir.
But you can say whatever you want to say, but you just can't say that anything about Jewish people.
You can. You just gonna have to suffer the repercussions of that shit.
Whether I agree with that or their reaction now, because I'm not Jewish. My thing is, there's history. There's not like it's the first time someone has said something about the Jewish community, and then they took it upon themselves to say, "Hey man, we don't appreciate that, and here's what we gonna do. We gonna show you how much we don't appreciate that." That ain't new. That ain't just happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether I agree with that or not, whether I like it or not, that ain't just happened. We ain't just wake up and suddenly, you know what I'm saying? Every group of people can take it upon themselves to say, oh, that happened, I'm going to take it upon my personal self. It's just that he is in a place where you a billionaire and you upset billionaires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jeff, y'all all people at least, whether y'all consider yourselves friends. Now, if I came in here and started talking craziness about Jeff, whether you agree with what I'm saying or not, this is your business partner.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, bop. It's gonna be a thing. You know what I'm
Bombs.
right. You know what
I mean,
right.
Man, all right, he be all right.
I can call 5 Jews right now, and they'll be like, "Who the fuck is Kanye West?"
Hit it.
Shit.
That boy, these comments is off the chain.
According to my man Ken Jinx, contractually he couldn't open up a store. He wanted them to do it, but he couldn't open up a store on his own or whatever, and everything. So now that he does not have the house is burned down, he can go out and do anything and everything on his own. But the thing about it is, who is going to get in bed with him?
Somebody.
Who is going to get in bed with him?
New Balance.
Nope.
Who is going to get in bed with him? He tried with Skechers.
Skechers
on some bullshit.
Skechers walked
really
him straight out.
Bring Pro Wings back.
Did that
Pop it!
No, Shaq already did that.
He gonna bring Stadia back.
Skechers walked him straight out
But
the door.
did that really happen?
Yeah, that happened.
TMZ said it did.
Where's the
It happened.
footage of it happening?
They
Because
got-
a lot
they got
of shit
picture of it.
happens on the internet
No,
that
they
don't
put-
be happening in real
happened.
life.
So that lets you know Delcia does fucking pay attention.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be lying and
Social
shit saying they don't
media
pay attention.
Always saying some shit. I don't believe everything I read on the fucking internet. Cause it's on the internet, it must be true.
My God.
He sell something.
Hit it!
You know what? I'm gonna start living my life just like that too. Shit,
Like
if
you
it's
go-
on the internet, it's got to be true.
Bombs!
He sell something.
I gotta read you these comments.
Go ahead, read the comments.
I'm gonna start with Phil. He said, "What happened to Black Power?
Okay.
What are the thought leaders? White lives matter like a motherfucker when the stimulus check hit your account. White person sent you that PPP money. Self-hate is what happened to Black Power."
Oh. Brought it back to them. Okay.
Who else? That's all. That's
We
all for
have-
Phil.
That's from Phil.
Okay, go ahead.
And then shout out to Coach Moses in Vegas. He said freedom of speech is only free from imprisonment.
One more time. Let's say it one more time.
Freedom of speech is only free from imprisonment. You can't expect zero pushback just because you have an opinion. Amanda Lynn Harris said it could have been an online store. Kyle Reese said you can't blame anyone else if he fails. And
Shout out to Kyle Reese.
Jewish people have reach.
Wait. Hold on a second. Kyle Reese is the lone white man that's commented on our stream. Go ahead.
He was our original sound guy.
I'm gonna answer a question about, because he said white lives matter like a motherfucker when that check hits your account. I hear that.
Who said that?
Phil G.
Go ahead.
But let's talk about Black Power. Black Power, Black Power really means is that blacks were getting oppressed, was not getting nothing at the table, not having a seat at the table. And what Black Power represented was an identity movement to show that we was going to take our blackness serious as a heart attack. When it comes to Black Power, it's not about the money. It's about who you are from the inside out. You feel what I'm saying? Some people use Black Power as a business structure. That is a part of Black Power, economic empowerment. But Black Power as a whole is more of an internal thing than an outer thing. And we get caught up into the money move versus the inner move. That's the answer to that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing that we do have to understand and we have to really use at this time and at this moment is that the black dollar is the most powerful dollar in the world. Right? Am I correct? We are the spending power.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
So if we are the most powerful spending power, we have to make sure that we use that as a tool to make sure that the white power structure understand that we mean business.
Okay.
So that part right there, once we get that in order, then we could talk that shit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Kanye, I don't look at this Kanye shit as a money thing. I look at this Kanye shit as a movement where he doesn't understand who he really is. In the beginning, he understood that. You know what I'm saying? This the same motherfucker that was saying George Bush don't like black people at a time where George Bush really didn't give a damn about black people. You feel what I'm saying? He used his voice for change. for power. Some way, somehow, that got turned around. You know what I'm saying?
Mental defect.
That's it. And when his mom passed.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? To me. So now we making excuses for a dude that sat here and told you to your face that slavery was a fucking choice. And then give 2 fucks about how black people felt.
Well, yeah, he gave niggas Sunday service.
But that's a ploy.
Right after we said
that
that
was
shit.
the thing, and that was the
Gave
thing.
Sunday service.
No, and to me, that was a thing.
Huh?
And he gave us a STEM player.
There you go. He gave a STEM player
but that don't.
$200.
But that he the same motherfucker that want to be like Hitler. Fuck that nigga.
Hit it.
Stop sticking. We want to pick and choose the issues that Kanye. We gonna hold him down on one side, but when he talk about us like a fucking dog, we don't say shit.
Last week's episode was named what, Jeff? Kanye plays what?
Both sides.
Hit it.
What you want to do? You want to be for us or you want to be against us? You got to make some choices, fam.
I really don't understand the whole Planned Parenthood move that he's saying that it's our Holocaust.
Right.
I didn't understand that part. It's like, we
and
never-
let me ask, and he's talking about I'm choosing trauma.
I understand where you're coming from.
What do you mean?
So, that's a poor thing to tie into it. But there's the belief that Planned Parenthood pushes abortions onto the poor brown and black communities, and that it's not about that. The creator of Planned Parenthood was for eugenics, which is basically a lower level of like genocide, and that there are a bunch of documentaries on it, and I can see where you're saying it, that Planned Parenthood targets poor parents to get. It's only in black communities. It's almost like you only see them. You see them more in poor communities, and more than that, you see them in black communities, and it's basically a like an abortion factory.
Okay.
And so I think, and that you just saying that, I didn't hear what he said, but I've seen the documentaries, I've done a little research back in the day, and the numbers kind of support where Planned Parenthood isn't in some neighborhoods, white neighborhoods, more affluent neighborhoods. It's more about having a good foundation as a young mother or as a mother, as a couple having a baby. It's more about giving you good foundations to be a good mother, whereas in the black communities and the poor communities, we're gonna say black right now, that it's only about abortions. It's only about it's only about basically killing black babies. And I can see if I squint my good eye and look through my dirty lenses, I can see where a person will try to make those that leap. Whether I agree with it or not, I can see with those two things where you can go from one to another.
Interesting.
But we also noticed that, here we go with the abortion shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the whole move with the election cycle.
Yeah. It's,
you know what I'm
hey,
saying?
I put on my Facebook already. It ain't gonna surprise me if he becomes Trump running mate. And I just fucking around early this morning drinking coffee like, oh, he gonna be this dude running mate. But it's man.
Yeah, but abortion. This shithole with abortion. It's really about white people.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
They are not okay. In the last 20 years,
okay,
more biracial babies have been born to white women than 100% pure white babies.
They are mad because we are
In the
dating
southern
a snow
states,
bunny.
if you go and you look at the statistics and the breakdown of who has abortions, white women in southern states have more abortions than black women do. A black woman, a black or brown or a person of color, if the Lord saw me through with these first 3 babies, he'll see me through with baby number 4. They don't give a fuck about having kids when they poor. I know motherfuckers with 50, 11 kids.
Like the Reeboks.
Give me a rewind. Rewind again. And rewind one more time. Air horns. Brother Solomon.
Yes, sir.
you are representative of the BDSM lifestyle community. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. That's what I was invited here to do.
Tell us what that is.
So, BDSM loosely stands for bondage, domination, dominance and submission, the D to the S, and then the S and M is sadomasochism. So that's what the little letters stand for, but it's just a loose acronym that kind of umbrellas in power exchange, dynamic, fetish, and kink play.
Sadomasochism. What
Yes,
does
sir.
that mean?
Sadomasochism is basically the deriving pleasure from either receiving pain as masochist or administering pain to someone else as a sadist.
Really?
Yes, sir.
The whole bondage,
Yes, sir.
domination, and the S stands for what again? Sadomasochism.
So you look at the 4 letters, right? They connect. You gotta separate them a little bit. So BD is bondage and domination.
It don't mean black disciple, right?
It don't mean black disciple.
Okay.
Right.
Hit
Okay,
it!
right.
All right there. Pop it! Go ahead.
And so the middle one, when you put the D and the S together, that's for dominance and submission.
Okay.
Right. And that is more for the what we call a power exchange or power authority dynamic or relationship dynamic. Right. And then S to the M is sadomasochist.
How long you been doing this for?
This is my 10-year anniversary.
And
Coming up
claps.
A little bit over 10 years.
When you say fetish and kink play,
Yes, sir.
so many thoughts come into mind.
Okay.
We're in a world now where these type of things were seriously and really underground.
Correct.
Due to social media,
Okay.
you've able to see these things get promoted, marketed all the time.
Right.
10 years in,
Okay.
you've been doing this, right?
Right.
So say what, 2010, 12?
12.
2012.
Yep.
What made Solomon go from regular Solomon to BDSM Solomon? Pause.
Okay, so before 2012, it wasn't even regular Solomon. So I used to run a porn site called Thick Chick Academy.
Bombs!
Right.
Let's get into it, goddammit, nigga. Come on.
So right. So
Thick Chick Academy.
Right. Shout out to Thick TCA.
Hit it!
You know.
Black man running his own motherfucking porn thing.
I was I had a porn. I was producing porn, Glamature BBW porn, and
BBW porn?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I was doing that for a while, and then somewhere around 2010-ish, 2011, I decided I didn't want to do that, but I had gotten to photography, and I wanted to do something with photography. I'm an old motherfucker, so I figured, then as social media was picking up, a lot of black folks were saying that we don't have anything that represents us. But that was like a new phenomenon because we had, in the 70s, everybody had album covers, damn near your third album, they was on that motherfucker naked. You know what I'm saying? Or if it was sexy, like the Ohio Players, we had images of black folks being erotic and sexy without it being hoochie mama'd out or motherfucking mandingoed out. We had fly, sexy images of us. We had this shit. So what I wanted to do is, as a photographer, I wanted to go back and just kind of start recreating that move. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody had the cousin or the auntie, the uncle, them who had that motherfucking velvet painting with the lady. We had one lady laying on the moon. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go back and start recreating that. Well, along that time, I started seeing some images of plus-size women in rope bondage, and I was like, that shit's fly. I had teamed up with some people, and we were just throwing some ideas out. I was with they had a little modeling group. Shout out to Low Profile. And my man's brought up, he had some rope. Just had a bunch of just different themes, and we had rope. And so I tied the model up, and it was on from there. I was like, I like this here.
Hit it! Okay, let's go back before that.
He said, wait, let's go back before that.
What made Solomon, the regular guy, going to be Solomon, the porn guy?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you this answer, but we can't go back past that. Okay.
What age?
No. Just make that agreement with me. Loose agreement. Gentleman's agreement.
Gentleman's agreement.
Okay, so before I had a porn site, I published a book of erotica.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
and so I'm in Iraq, making my soldiers buy the book because hey, fuck it, y'all got money, buy my book, goddammit.
Right.
And so we sitting out on patrol. Guys started reading the book. Was like, hey, Sean, you should have a porn site. Make porn. And so I was like, okay, we get back to the States. I decided to make porn. And so that took it to there, you know what I'm saying?
Hired actors or you
No,
yourself?
yeah, I hired actors. So when I first started, I was paying them out of my pocket, and then after that, what I would do is, so let's say if we gonna do, I don't know, let's say if I had to put a DVD together, we're gonna do 10 scenes. What I would do is press up all the DVDs and then give everybody their own set to sell. So the
This
women
nigga's
got
a master P of the porn in
right
Chicago
because
industry.
I was trying to push
Hit it,
it.
man.
Yeah, because I couldn't. My thing was I'm not gonna outmaneuver the bootleggers, and I'm not going to at that. So we talking 2007. So technology, the industry was moving faster than they was giving away more porn than I could produce. And so what I realized was that the ladies, they got all these guys wanting to talk to them. So what we did was we threw an event after every time we produced a new porn DVD, we did Thick Chick Thursdays, the originator, Thick Chick Thursdays, and then the people would come out and then you could talk to meet the models. So now if you've been watching this chick online doing her thing and you're a fan of hers, how many times can you go out and meet a porn star you a fan of? Oh. And everybody in the DVD you finna buy is in one place. You can get their autograph. So we did that for a while, and it was cool until I felt like I was doing softcore pimping after a while, and I said, let me change out of this and just stick to photography.
So
Yes, sir.
when they came to the spot, they was and got their autograph. They got more than an autograph.
Hey, that's between them and the ladies. Hey, man, I just here to move DVDs and market the company. Hey, if you let somebody buy a $20, $30 DVD for you, and you gave them head, that's between you and whatever pluses that you want with your DVD was on you. But I did that and let them push theirs for the first 2 to 3 weeks without me doing anything. And then after that 3 weeks, I can put it on the site, have the memberships, and that's how I did it.
When did you get into porn?
When did I get in porn?
Personally, when did you get into porn? Like for me,
I was just watching it. Oh
yeah,
man,
watching
I'm
it.
talking
Vanessa
man.
Del Rio for me.
No, it was I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you the people. So I'm talking about like Ebony Eyes for me.
Okay.
Yeah. They still had hair on their coochie. That's when
Bombs.
That's when.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
now we getting to it, goddammit.
The porn,
Hair was
my
still on the
earliest
pussy.
porn. That's when you can get a motherfucking DVD of 8 hours of video, and it'd be like 8 hours. It'd be like butts, anal for 8 motherfucking hours, and you had to rewind it back because you stole your people in them DVD. You had to put that motherfucker back. You got to rewind 8 hours with it. I can't be the only motherfucker who went through that. Now,
Delcia just
she must be a DVD person.
Delcia just laughed and giggled when you said the word anal. Is something going on that you?
And she danced around the queen with her titties out in front of everybody. I know where your block at, don't? I know where your block at. You should be dancing. But, and so, Brown Sugar, the porn was the first, there was here's the irony of that. It was a porn about motherfuckers who had a record studio, and the song, it was like, Brown Sugar, and they had a fucking, it was the theme of it was about getting yourself into the music business. That was the first DVD, the first porn I remember watching.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
before that, on TV and shit like that, you know.
Cinemax?
No, but we ain't I'm from poor folks. We had one. You get one or the other.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know,
Gotcha.
that's when it was HBO and Cinemax was the same. They was the same people.
Right.
Like
No,
Chevy.
you had
like
on
Chevy,
TV and Spectrum.
Spectrum and the squiggly lines.
Okay.
If you-
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now you grew up on the south side of Chicago. Back then it was Cinemax was if you had bootleg cable, Cinemax was every nigga had that.
Yeah.
Cinemax was Jeff grew up on the west side.
Well, I got some people out west though. I ain't gonna.
And there's nothing wrong with the west side. I didn't say that to say that.
I'm
yeah.
out south though.
Okay, so you had bootleg cable on the west side, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Delph, so you had bootleg cable, of course, right?
No, my uncle worked for the cable company.
Oh,
so
bougie.
yeah.
Bougie, black woman.
Had all
Always.
the channels.
All of them.
Blissfully ignorant.
Right.
Podcast coming soon. Pop it. Cinemax, softcore porn.
Right, yes, sir.
The man's introduction to porn until you saw that you found the videos, you saw the magazines.
Right, yep.
You saw the magazines, you saw the videos and everything.
Right.
Especially as a young adolescent male.
Yes, sir.
That's part of our.
Yeah. You're gonna run something across that. We're gonna share this magazine. Hey, dog, look at that.
You took it further.
I took it further. Yeah.
When you think about porn, sometimes you think about porn and Porn Valley, the shit that comes out of California.
Okay.
You set up your own operation here.
Yes, sir.
Were you considered in your younger years, in high school years, was you like myself?
Yes, sir.
Were you considered a perv?
I wouldn't consider. I was just nasty. We didn't call each other perv. Like, so come on, man. We talking. You was just nasty, and then the next level up from nasty was freak.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So by the time you got to perv was like you walking around with no holes, with a hole in your pocket, touching on yourself and doing shit that was damn near illegal or immoral.
Pop it.
You know what I'm saying? I was freaky. I was nasty. You know?
Okay.
I was
okay.
nasty.
Where'd you go to high school?
I graduated from St. Martin. No, I graduated from Calumet, and then I went to St. Martin.
St. Martin de Porres?
Yeah.
Out there on 111?
Yeah, right there on the corner where used to be Mendel. Right there on 111, right down the hill.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
College?
I went to a couple of years of Chicago State. Other than that, you know.
Okay. So, you went to Iraq.
Yes, sir.
They told you get into porn.
Yeah, we just a suggestion. I came home and did it.
Said, fuck a job.
No, I was working. We just, we gonna try it. I came home. I was working. I was doing other shit, but how I even became a photographer was I came home, and then I was just trying to find people to do the recording part of it. I didn't know none of that shit. And when I told people it was gonna be with BBWs, nobody would take my money. None of the videographers would come out. So I was like, what I'm gonna do is I buy a video camera and shoot some stuff until somebody come. I kept waiting, and nobody ever came. So I just started shooting my own shit, started directing it, and we figured out from there.
Why BBWs? I mean, 'cause that's something that
So-
Jeff the Illis is into.
Okay, so I
Whoa!
Hey, right,
Wait!
Hey, Jeff said,
He's
wait.
into BBW porn.
Hey,
No!
so
Whoa! Rewind!
Hold up now.
Wait a minute!
You got a line, Jamal.
Wait a minute, Jamal. Let me make
Watch it
this
now.
clip.
You done went too far this time. You done went Kanye.
Let me make this clip. I love all women. It ain't about the size. It's about who you are, man. Period.
So
Hit the wham for me, please.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Because when I sell the sex toys, I ain't give a fuck if how big or how skinny you was.
Who was your most who was the client that you had the most? Honestly.
To be honest,
Yes.
the thick girl.
well, there we go. There we go.
There we go. All right.
Thick girls. And to be real tough with you,
Go ahead.
man, them thick girls that get down when they get down.
There you go. And so
They don't get no
here
fuck.
we go. Right. So
Go.
to piggyback off that. So at that time, I was primarily dating plus size women. Right.
Okay.
That's one. So my first thinking was, if I'm stuck with my own porn, it's gonna be something I like. If I don't sell no DVDs, no memberships, I can watch my own porn I created, right? The other thing was it was a niche market, and I can kind of make my name known in a smaller market, and it made life a lot simpler for me in that way.
Delcia, come on.
Yes.
Hit your questions.
Oh,
I'm just listening to the banter here.
Okay.
No, get your questions.
Yeah.
Come on. I don't want to leave you out of
and while they get their thing together, Coach Moses says, "Give hand claps to Ebony Ayers."
Yeah, there we go. Every eyes. There we go. Come on, man.
Coach Moses is the other podcaster that's not.
Okay. What up, Coach?
That's usually here, but he's gone this weekend and everything.
Okay.
Dallas game down in Chicago Bears versus
My people
Dallas.
going down there. Yeah, my
Yeah,
people.
a lot of people going down.
Yes.
Go ahead, D.
So the other day, you
other
went
day.
live on
Yes.
social media.
Yes.
And you were talking about like consent and how don't be showing up to do no scene with you high drunk. Because like
What was the biggest takeaway for you from that, so I can clarify this? What was your instant takeaway from that?
don't show up fucked up. Like be sober so like you can be present in the moment.
Okay. So here we go. That originated from a rant that I had about, the main point of that was consent. So for me, as a service rope top, I'm 20 years sober. So I don't want you coming high, because it's hard to get consent if you inebriated in any way.
Yes.
2, it's unsafe, right? So let's start off with that, because it's unsafe, right? I'm gonna be tying you up, spinning you around, doing all manner of things to you. And no matter how you feel about alcohol, marijuana, and mushrooms, whether it's psychedelics or not, they affect the body in some way. Yeah, right, there we go. And so when you're bound, your body behaves in different ways. And so a lot of times people who never did scenes with me, they want to come, but I send out a questionnaire, they don't answer it properly, or they act like they don't know what the fuck is going on. And so I need to say to them, that's a consent violation, because I didn't consent for you to come in a state of inebriation, right? The live was just to double down on that, because a lot of people start commenting saying, well, the new people this, the new people that, and the new people this. Like, okay, I'm at a place where I'm working, although I do work with some new people, but there's still some steps we got to go through. But consent is a real thing.
No, it definitely is.
A lot of times in the community, people believe that consent only goes from the bottom, or the woman, the sub, that it only goes one way, and there's the top that we don't have any. No. It's a two-way street. This is a mutually beneficial thing. It's a mutual exchange. And if they come off they square, if they come inebriated, and then something happens that is a negative effect on them or to them, they get injured, they're not gonna say, hey, when I went to see Solomon, I went against what he said, I smoked a blunt, I had an asthma attack, I damn near died because I was feeling away, and I didn't tell him that these things are happening because my heart rate was already slow, and then I was embarrassed, so I didn't tell him that I was high. They take that part out and they say, when Solomon was tying me, I had a real severe panic attack and he didn't cut me out the rope. I thought he was supposed to cut me out the rope. You know what I'm saying? So I have to lay this groundwork, because the other thing is that people see me on Facebook, they see me online, and then they have to build up the courage and the confidence to reach out to me to do a scene, right? Well, in that time, they will overlook all the proper steps. They will look past 10 years, hundreds and thousands of photos, and say that I didn't know that. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know. Well, here's on my page, I'll do a live. Talk to me. Tell me that, hey, I'm scared, I want to smoke a blunt or have a little wine. Then I'll know that's your condition. I'll know that, okay, you drank a little wine, that's fine. You had a blunt, okay. Or you had a mushroom, okay. So that if something I do triggers you, I know how to respond. So that's what the basis of that. But the biggest part of that is there's consent. We have to both give consent. You're not coming to my place, to my studio, in my space, and then you telling me what to do. No, we're both having a conversation, and it's consent. Because I'm not gonna do anything without your consent. And so you coming is, one, is your safety. 2, I don't want you coming and blowing motherfucking loud breath in my face.
Hit it!
God damn it. You can smoke a blunt after. But wait till this is your first time, wait till you had this experience, because the experience is intense. And so you know, it was different.
I'm familiar.
Right, there we go.
Downstairs, you done that before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You've done what before?
Been tied up.
Oh.
There we go.
What
Not
else?
been suspended.
Right,
That is what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Oh.
So you've heard this first. Delcia wants to be suspended, impaired, and tied up. Hit it!
Being Black Big King,
Yeah.
how do you navigate spaces? Because there are not many spaces. Like
Wow.
Less is more, is plenty of it.
Well, I mean, I know there are plenty of them, but like they're not widely talked about.
Right.
So like you got the Galleria and like you got the Rose and like you go there.
Okay.
And it is pretty much like an all-white space. Like it might be a few black people there.
Okay.
Like how do you navigate those spaces with like your kink?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you two answers, right? Because I want I'm gonna give you two answers. So the first answer is going to keep the will stop the conversation normally, okay? And I'll give you a more bigger answer, right? The first answer is I don't go fuck with them, right? Because we're not welcome in their spaces. I'm not welcome, and I'm me, right? And I'm me, and I'm not welcome in their spaces. I'm not. When I'm invited, it's not a welcoming space. You've been somewhere, somebody said you can come over, but you get there and you know they don't want you here. And so I only go to their spaces when someone sends me an invite, right? But when I am in their spaces, I navigate, I sit, you know what I'm saying? I get a space and I do my thing. I don't I primarily play 99% of the time I'm doing things with black folks. I don't typically use the term person of color because I can drink more than off of one water fountain. And so I typically play with other black folks. I don't, and I'm out south. The Rose is far as fuck to me.
The Galleria is far as
no,
fuck
I
too.
think, but the Galleria, it seems more accessible, and but that's the problem. And there's a lot of things that we can do. The issue in Chicago, right? For Chicago is a swing community dominated city.
It really is.
And so there are not a lot of spaces for pure kink and BDSM to exist. And that's nobody's fault but our own. I can't blame it on us because we have people who are in position to put us they can set a space for us to side, right? But since it's mostly swing dominated and people want to do this and fuck, you gotta be one or the other. And so most of the time, the people here, most of the kink community I know here, we do it in small spurts amongst ourselves.
I know there's a black rope group that gets together the first Friday of the month at the Galleria. So me and my homegirl went to go just check it out.
How many black folks is there?
It was a few, but it was like more white people standing around watching.
I don't know Jelly from Jam. I don't know Jelly from Jam, right? I barely know the difference between the college and university. But I know that if you tell me something's black and I get there and there's no black people, then it's not black. But I know the group you're talking about. I think that's a POC group, and they do good stuff.
No, it was cool, but the number of white people that showed up to watch this event, and I'm just like,
yeah,
it wasn't advertised as to come look and see.
Although
I was there just to look and see.
So what happens is they.
Why the fuck I don't be knowing about shit like this?
Bombs. Yeah. So. I don't knock them for that. Boom! There we go. So I don't knock them for that because what they're trying to do is at least show some support. But when I'm in those spaces, I know that I'm not welcome. I'm not welcomed in a lot of spaces because I'm a heterosexual black man, right? And a lot of the spaces are queer dominated white spaces. I don't have a problem with people doing their thing. If you tell me I'm welcome somewhere, then let me be welcome. If I come to your house and you say, I go to people's places and they say, hey man, you act like family, motherfucker, make your own plate, you can go in the refrigerator, you can do these things, but don't do no stupid shit, okay? That mean
don't invite me to your house and start sweeping, goddamn.
Right, or don't tell me, act like I'm, my casa su casa, and then I motherfucking sit on the couch. Oh, not that couch. Oh, then there are some rules here, right? So I started doing my thing at home, and it's that. Like I say, that's what it is. So bigger than or alongside with it being, it is as far as race goes and location, it's just, as for black folks, Chicago is mostly a swing city.
Dude, these motherfuckers want to swing everywhere in Chicago.
So you tying bitches up.
I tie bitches up, yes sir.
Hit it! Get ready.
Man,
there's gonna be a lot of that going, yeah.
Okay, you tie bitches up. Here's
man,
yep.
God.
Big bitches too.
Little bitches too.
Pop. Let that chopper ring.
Nope.
When you was doing porn.
Yes, sir.
Going back for a second.
Right.
When you made the transition to porn.
Okay.
Did you feel some type of way emotionally wise, doing some shit that your upbringing may not have contributed to
No.
making this type of shit happen?
No,
with
no,
this
no.
porn, because like I said, once again, when you think of porn, you think of the shit that goes on out there in California.
Yes, sir.
But you did it locally.
Yeah.
There was no guilt feelings. There was no.
No. Why would there be?
No. Damn, I really shouldn't be doing this.
Go ahead.
Damn, this.
Say how you feel.
Mama and Daddy would not want me doing this type of shit like this. But I just got to just rawing the shit out this.
Well, I
big
wasn't
bitch.
so wait a minute. Okay, so
pop it, man.
Right.
Let's get to it.
I didn't do a lot of things in front of the camera. I did like one thing in front of the camera, but I would have done more. But I'm not. I'll be very clear with you. I can fuck, but I can't fuck in front of the camera. I can't do it on cue. That wasn't my thing, but I could produce it. I know it looked good. I know how to direct the motherfucker. I know how to lay it out. And as far as, no, I didn't. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it, nigga.
I sold crack, right?
Okay.
So I sold crack and I, so if I had any more dilemma, I just came from war. So a lot of things I was okay with internally.
Gotcha. Okay.
My soul dingy, I'd already made peace with that. Whatever, from this moment forward, whatever I have to deal with when the creator comes and it's my judgment time, I did those things, right? But I never cheated anybody. I never put anybody in the position where they felt like they have to do a thing because they're here. And I say this to my lady a lot of times, that before I learned kink protocol, I was already doing porn. So young ladies would come like, I'm down for whatever. Hey, baby girl, don't never tell no motherfucker in porn again that you down for whatever. Because the motherfucker have you down for whatever. Right. And so it wasn't and I wasn't out trying to convince somebody to do porn, right? So I would network with people, and I would work with two people, and I said, y'all know anybody? Well, of course, they found somebody they knew. So they already was doing it. They would have to travel, or they was just doing it. It was just wild. And so I didn't have any moral dilemmas until, like I say, it got to a place where it's starting to be softcore pimping. Well, I'm looking at a person. She's telling me she went to a fucking swing party, she didn't tell me. The guy hit me up. A guy emailed me, was like, yeah, man, your girl, one of the ladies from your site came, and she was in a room with 12 dudes, and she had a good old time.
Getting bust down.
Taking them, killing them. Hey, superstar, goddammit. Shout out to her, right? But
hand claps.
But on top of that, though, you telling me that you having financial issues, right? You having some money to pay your bills. You want me to help front you some bread. But I'm like, well, like I said, once again, I don't know Jelly from Jam. I know that this swinger party had an event where they charged motherfuckers. At least at that time, it was $50
for a couple.
No.
$100 for single men.
So right. Here we go.
For
Help me out.
single ladies.
So you in a room with 12 single men, and they didn't cut you no kind of check. They ain't give you. It's $100. They ain't give you $20 a dude. And then you telling me you did this thing on the back end of that conversation. You telling me you need me to help you put some money on and get you to take care of a bill. Like I say, now we can get this motherfucking money, or you can be a dummy. I can't have you be both.
Hit it!
Right? And so I didn't want to.
That pimp talk again. I'm telling you, these motherfucking porn directors is pimps, man. Go ahead now. Go ahead.
No,
pimp talk. I'll go here. I feel like I'm listening to Sugar Free right now. Shut up, man.
Right.
Talk, go
I
ahead.
have one bitch you can have.
Pop it right. You get it.
What reality is this?
So
Solomon is cool.
Right.
He feels good,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
I'm here,
appreciate
right?
him
Yeah,
talking. Yeah.
This is my homie.
Yeah.
And so, but that's what it was. I didn't feel any kind of way. I didn't do anything that was immoral or illegal, right?
Okay.
And so that's what it is. Like now, that's because I could have done some things differently. You know what I'm saying? I could have done some things differently, but I never cheated nobody. I never robbed nobody. I never raped nobody and killed nobody.
Okay. My second question.
Yes, sir.
Give me a drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. You know, it's
He
one of them
just hit it
sounds.
with the dope
Air
horn.
horns. That's not it though. But fuck it, I'll take that sound.
Right.
Solomon.
Yes, sir.
How did you get past looking at dicks?
You
looking
look at here we go though. Wait.
the male models that came in. How did you get past that shit?
Easy. You look at porn, it's dicks in porn. It's dicks in porn. I'm not touching their dicks. Dicks is in porn. So it don't, it's I'm here now, right? It's that. I look at porn, I watch it, had a few male, that dude do a good scene. I know how this shit look. I know that dicks go with porn. And that was that, man.
How'd you get the referrals though?
People who do one thing do another thing. So you, just like you say, the brother Jeff is a DJ. He knows of the DJs. He probably knows somebody who is a musician. He knows some singers. They don't DJ, but he knows them, right? In porn's a tight-knit community, especially for BBWs, because not every dude who thinks they can fuck on porn can do porn. Every motherfucker think they can do porn can't do porn. Hold on, where the camera? Where my camera at?
Porn is actual real life work.
Yeah, people think that you can. Everybody who think they can do porn is used to fucking in their room with the lights out, with they one little move, breathing on their girlfriend and that shit. And on top of that, you got to do this shit sober. So everybody can't do that, right? So now that tightens the speed of people I need to know. And on top of that, I'm dealing with women who are not what somebody may say traditionally fucking attractive. So there's only so many dudes who gonna be able to fuck the shit out of them. They all know each other. And then women would say, well, this dude I met, he fucked the shit out of me. I think he could try this. And so then they would bring the guy and we would have a conversation. And I would say, hey, fam, well, it's your first time. Your pay may be a little bit lower because you may not perform like I need you to perform.
But how'd you get past saying, nigga, put on your, let me see what your dick look like?
I don't have to look at your dick. You here already. The girl who brought you told me your dick was big. And dudes who fuck big women,
got to have big dicks.
You got to have some dick.
You got to have a big dick.
Hold on. Come to talk to them about porn. Nobody's bashing this situation.
This nigga over here talking about,
now
you gotta have
you
big dick.
You gotta have big dick. You got
to get past all this thighs.
I'm talking about
her.
You
gotta have big dick.
I didn't look at plenty of motherfucking porn.
But she can't talk about that big dick.
No, but hell yeah. That nigga got to have a hook. He's got to lean the fuck over because he's got to reach past my imaginary ass cheeks, okay?
There we go. So
there it is.
It's like basketball, right? Eventually, you're gonna find taller players. Jeff is flabbergasted.
Because Jeff is learning things about Delcia he didn't probably
right, and so
Jeff learning some shit though,
right? And so it's people bring
that. Hold on, Delcia, that's it right there. I'm tripping.
Learning things about me that he thought that he would never learn.
It's what it is how so the women would bring the guys. I don't need to know. I don't give a fuck if your dick is big or little. She didn't bring you here because you can't fuck. You can fuck. The thing is, can you fuck based on my direction? Because I'm not finna put the camera down and watch you do all this shit, your special move. No, motherfucker, we gonna script this out. 5 minutes of eating some pussy, 5 minutes of sucking some dick. You get a doggy style, you get a missionary, and then one special move, and give me my motherfucking money shot. We out the door. Everybody can't do that. Some of us, you break their stride, they done. They gotta, oh man, I need some, and then it's not
some what?
They need some time. They need a fluffer. Hey fam, we don't have time for her to suck your dick and you gonna nut and I'm gonna miss my money shot. And you would have to. Plus, like I say, I'm in the Army. I done talk to motherfuckers. You talking to motherfuckers naked, like we talking, hey, where this dude at? He in the shower. I'm not gonna let you put your clothes on. I got something I gotta tell you right motherfucking now. So your dick out, put a towel on or whatever. That ain't, I'm not here to say, oh, your dick looks beautiful. You'll be great for porn. Can you fuck her?
Because the white boy in the Dirk Diggler movie was doing that shit. Remember that, right? He's like, hey, pull your shit down. Let me see what.
Yeah, no, it don't matter.
Of course, you know who was running the porn industry back then, right?
Yeah, no, I don't need to see your dick.
The Jews.
She told me. Like I said, man, when they bring them, they tell me already. Like, hey, I'm gonna bring this dude. What's up with him? He got up. All right, it don't matter because you gonna do what you gonna do. I'm not sitting like, oh, hey, y'all, look at his dick. You got to tear the ass up. You got to have some sort of stroke. If not, we can figure this out. Because I've had guys who came and they got a motherfucking baby leg between their legs, but they can't keep it up. So we got to Hollywood this shit. We got to make it look like a thing.
Go ahead.
Because
because at first when I'm shooting in hotels, hey man, we got this hotel for only a certain amount of time. We're not gonna be sitting here waiting on you to get an erection or run to the liquor store. We're not doing all that dumb shit.
Pop it.
Motherfucker, you told me you could fuck off.
Right.
I only need you to do this shit for 35 minutes.
Okay.
You told me you can fuck for hours. I can fuck for hours. I need 35 minutes of your time, my nigga. One nut.
Hit it.
You know? And so it's about that. It's easy to get over that because how you get past that, right? We came here to do a thing. Can you do the thing?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? If you can do the thing, oh shit, hey man, I'll be your biggest supporter if you can do the thing.
Okay.
But if you can't do the thing, you wasting my time.
Jeff?
Segue.
Jeff got a question, so I got you. Jeff got a question.
I want to kind of talk about more the behind the scenes of the porn industry and the BDBS.
Okay.
Now, with the porn industry,
Yes, sir.
as I know it has changed from the DVDs and the VHS
Yes, sir.
to the streaming sites.
Yes, sir.
If you do with the porn that you have made, have you put them on like Pornhub or X videos and stuff? And do you get money off those?
Right.
My mother's watching this shit right now. Bob's! Fuck it, man.
Right.
I'm grown. Same age. Fuck this. Go ahead. Mama, I love you, mama. Go ahead.
Wow.
So there is I still shoot like adult content.
Right.
Now it's mostly kink stuff.
Is it on Pornhub as well?
Now, if you go look me up on Pornhub, it's gonna be all solo stuff, Jeff. Right now it's solo stuff, Jeff. If you go, I'm gonna say that again. I just met you. You seem like an upstanding brother.
Yes, sir.
If you go look now, it's me by myself. Waving my magic finger around at the camera. Now, if you go look, you're gonna see me in my regular clothes, touching myself.
Wow.
Don't go look now. But on my OnlyFans, I have like kink content.
Okay.
I don't know where the site was shut down. I don't know. It got hacked, and then I was never able to recover it. But it's some stuff out there. Every now and then I run across some old stuff and we laugh. I got some DVDs in the cut. Everybody, I should drop it out. But
Okay.
it's some stuff. Right now, like I say, I do a lot more
Because
kink fetish stuff. now.
Because from what my understanding is, if you do a movie or whatever you
Yes, sir.
do, you load it up on Pornhub.
Yeah. Those things still exist, right? You can still. So, I could put it on Pornhub. It's on a lot of that stuff is on old flash drives and DVDs, and it's just a pain in my ass. And I even still have the release forms and all that. I could do it. It's just that it's a pain in my ass to upload.
How much?
And that's your content.
That's my content, right?
And how much? And what's the actual like foundational base of how much you get paid?
Damn, Jeff went all my business.
No, just give me a ballpoint figure.
So now with streaming services, it's a little bit different. The numbers are different. It's like 5% or something like that. It's the numbers are different. So back in the day, like I said, it would be when I had my site, I made all the money from memberships and then DVDs. And so like I said, that process was, let's say we dropped it, we do the release date. So I gave them 1 month from the release date to the end of the month to 30 days before I start bootlegging my own shit.
Okay.
Right, because I'm making money on the memberships and the old DVDs. But even by bootlegging, I mean that if you came with, I'm telling them let's all retail it for $20. But after a while, if you have your own content, you can put your own DVD out. Let's drop it down to $5, $10, whatever you can make. Burn your own DVDs. And so there's no limit on what you can make if you can figure out how to make things work for yourself.
Okay.
And so with the streaming services, some of them give you a favorable split, and some of them are not so favorable split.
What's the best site?
So that's different for me now because I'm competing as a single content creator who have to team up with other people against a lot of solo women. You're not gonna no man's gonna outsell sex when women got it all the time.
Yeah.
So they can make, one woman can make 4 to 5 different types of videos. She can do breast play, ass play, pussy play. She can do oral play, right? Then she can get a friend and they can jiggle their titties in front of each other. They can do feet play. I got nice feet, but nobody's paying to look at my motherfucking feet. And nobody's paying a lot of money to watch me masturbate. So it's hard to say which one is best. So a lot of the people are doing Just for Fans, Mini Vids is good, I hear. X Videos, and I think it's good, but it's about volume and how much you're putting out and how often you put that out, and how much after that it becomes just regular marketing. How many people can you get to look at your site? How many people you can look at your video
Make sure before we leave out, I get your info, because I'm finna do after hours, OnlyFans. I'm still in it. I'm still looking at either Patreon
I got you.
or OnlyFans.
But my information is limited only because you got to make it work for you. What works for me may not work for you.
It's all good.
Oh yeah, we're working.
Jeff's back in the game, y'all. Right. Jeff is back in the game. The sex game.
Right.
Bombs.
No. I actually, that's why I took the finale. I did the finale because I'm actually, like, when I start back.
He wants y'all to pay.
Hey, right. You said after this, y'all gonna pay.
I gotta pay.
It's gonna be.
And with the paying subscription, I really want to dive into different topics, especially sexual topics.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We want to talk about everything. Like my first show, I'm gonna give you a heads up. Our first show is gonna talk about ED for the men.
Okay.
And women's issues dealing with
that was depressing.
I can't pronounce the name where women's having issues in their punani and it hurts. It have pain in there.
Are you talking about like endometriosis?
That's it.
Cystic fibroid tumors.
That.
We took a turn.
Yeah. I want to kind of talk about that and talk about dealing with sex and how to be better with it.
It is interesting that you say that that's what you want to talk about.
Right.
So for the last 6 months, I've been working on, like, this is my baby.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you've been dealing with that. I was going to feel really bad.
Not at all. This is my baby. No, I know a shitload of women that deal with it, though.
Okay.
So I've come to realize in talking to, like, women that they really do not talk about the shit that goes on with their body. Like, they don't talk about menopause. They don't talk about periods, any of that. I am going to build a space for Black people in kink. So, like, I'm building a dungeon.
Okay.
I'm like,
y'all have horrible segues on this show. I don't want to tell y'all that.
St. Andrews crosses the whole 9 yards. Like, I'm building a dungeon. And I'm going to use the money from the membership of my dungeon for wellness classes for women.
Okay. I know a lot of people that can help with that. Let me know.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about, like...
No.
Because I know so many people that... I know chicks with kids that ain't never had no orgasm before, and it's just like,
horrible.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's the difference. So I know a lot of people in the kink space, sex workers, who are also sex advocates.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me know. I can put some people.
Solomon, you don't have your own dungeon?
I do stuff in my crib. I have a space. I have my own space, private space.
When you made the segue from porn going into BDSM.
Yes, sir.
What was it a perfect segue? Was it something that you did you have to make? You got tired of looking at bitches get pummeled and shit, like niggas getting pummeling big asses and shit like that. I mean, what happened?
In short,
what was the breaking point?
That's funny. That's a wild question. So yeah, part of that, I just got tired of it. And like I say, technology, the industry was moving in a way where social media was a new thing and people could give away a lot more porn. The companies would have a porn site and they would give you free videos. So if I put up a free 5-minute clip and let's say Bang Bros can put out 5 20-minute clips, technology kind of moved me out the way. And then on top of that, a lot more women were starting to get into webcamming. So even if by the time I started to reach up to them, they were already in that move where I don't need a motherfucking producer or photographer when I can get a webcam and do these things on my own, right? And then on top of that, I just got tired. It's not even get tired of watching us get pummeled. It's like I got tired of motherfuckers bullshitting. I got about 2 or 3 dudes, but they not appealing, you know what I'm saying? Because even as a heterosexual man, you may not be like attracted to this motherfucker you watching this porn with, but you want to at least say like, if this motherfucker is fucking, then I should be in porn.
Hit it.
you want a motherfucker that looks like they look fantastic. You know, in Chicago, you want a motherfucker that look like he should be getting pussy. You know what I'm saying?
So was the big broads, going back for the porn, was the big broads sitting on niggas' faces back
All
then?
that shit, everything.
And did you have to save a nigga at one time?
What the fuck is wrong with him?
I've saved a few dudes from some halfway embarrassing things, like, hey dog, don't let this woman pick your ass up.
Bombs! Pop it! Hey, Nick, you heard that right? You can get picked up by a big bitch.
We was doing everything, man. We was, hey.
Hit it! Nick is my little brother.
What's up? There we go. Hey, man.
Nick from the Outside of 708 podcast. He likes to get picked up.
Oh, hey, that's his thing. That's his thing, man.
That's his thing.
No shame.
So
We're not
basically-
shaming. I know some of us that pick him up now, right now.
Hit it!
I know, right now.
You gotta stay in contact after this.
Yeah.
We're going to do a part 2. I'm
Right,
you know this
Facebook. Right. I'm on Facebook, Solomon Abrams.
Hey, kink.
Yes, sir.
BDSM kink. I gotta ask you this. It's
Go
very
ahead.
controversial. Give me the controversy, please.
Go
The
ahead.
drum rolls, please.
Go ahead. There we go.
When you watch the movie Shades of whatever, the 50 Shades of Grey bullshit.
I didn't watch it, but okay.
You didn't watch it? Okay.
I didn't watch it.
Okay. At times, I've taken a look at the site, kink.com.
Okay.
You familiar?
Yes, I am.
Are you familiar, Delcia, Jeff?
Yes.
Kink.com? Okay.
Yep, okay.
Not at all.
The whole bondage
Okay.
role play reminds me somewhat of what could have happened during slavery.
You shouldn't let nobody tie you up.
Wow.
It reminds me of that, though.
Okay.
If you think about it,
I like where this going. Watch this here.
Go.
Here we go. I get that a lot of times people say that that rope tying people up reminds them, and I'm going straight to it, of black folks hanging from trees, right? But nobody says that, and I'm sure that happens to people, right? And since I don't push this on anybody, if somebody comes to me and says that, hey, Solomon, I want to do this, but rope reminds me of that, I'm going to say that we can do bondage differently if you feel that way, right? But when people say that, hey, it reminds me of slavery, I say, I understand that. You should seek help, right? Because there are other aspects from slavery that we do it as black folks. We whoop our kids.
Correct.
Right? We still go on picnics.
Pop it.
You know what I'm saying? We still take our ass down south.
Pop it.
We love cotton.
Pop it.
You know what I'm saying?
You said we love cotton.
You know what
Gotcha.
I'm
I
saying?
hear you, nigga. I hear you.
We like big houses.
Yeah.
Right? You know, we still do gardening.
Pop it.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that happened during slavery. We still let a motherfucker work for us without paying him a fair wage. So there are a lot of things. Now, if we're gonna talk about oppressive things that remind us from slavery, then let's do it.
But we're talking about the actual roping up. Roping up.
Okay.
And everything. Where
How many times now, outside of hanging? Wait, no. Outside of hanging, how many slave masters you see pictures of people being depicted of being tied up? I'll wait.
I'm a history major.
Yes, sir.
I saw these things in the pictures that we saw in the certain books and everything.
Right. But on a wide scale, though. We talking about most people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. You know what? What's so funny about that?
What's that?
Grandmothers would wash their clothes, right?
Yeah.
They didn't hang them up on a wall.
Yeah.
They used string and rope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So rope in and of itself, right? Rope in and of itself is not inherently associated with oppression, right?
Okay.
Even suspension in and of itself is not inherently connected to someone hanging from a tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just connect rope to doing so, right? And I can't tell people you shouldn't feel that way, right? What I can say is there are so many other things that can be associated with slavery that if you're gonna pick one thing, then pick all things. If you feel that rope bondage is associated with slavery in that way,
my heart goes out to you, and I would say do your best to avoid those images.
You get roped and tied up.
Yes, sir.
The woman's is in the dog position or whatever. What's the position where the butt is sticking out? Of course.
You talking about like not hog time? You talking about hog time?
Not hog tie. I don't know. You
But-
tell
but-
me.
but-
You
but-
tell me,
so
bro.
there's no one synonymous way to tie a person, right? Because so most people, we're not none of this fancy other shit. You doing this when you're doing it for a sexual gratification, you tying a person so that you can eventually have sex with them one way or the other.
Okay.
Right? And so there's no one way to get to that part, right? And so we'll start off with that, right? Some people, it's how you want to get to it, like. So when we talking about the big bitches, right?
You tying up everybody. You ain't tying up
yeah,
big
everybody.
bitch.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you tying
I
up
don't
women?
tie men.
No.
Right.
Thank God. Okay.
Yeah, I don't tie men. I don't.
Please.
I don't tie.
And if any of you guys even think about hitting up Solomon, don't do it. Don't say nothing about No Reasonable Ignorance podcast.
Right.
And that you want him to tie you up.
If somebody,
Fuck that.
right? If
We
somebody
ain't-
hit me up,
I
they
don't get
ask
none
me.
of shit.
I don't mind telling them, hey, I don't tie men. I'm not now. I'll show you. Like if we had to show Jeff, I'll show a person on a dude. I've done. It's like okay. I've learned
This is
hand-to-hand
judge-free
combat.
zone,
Yeah,
man.
no. I've learned hand-to-hand combat. It ain't nothing but dudes. I've learned how to wrestle. It ain't nothing but dudes. I played tackle football. That's different, right?
Right.
That is a non-intimate exchange. I don't enter into intimate spaces with men, right?
Okay.
So that's me.
Cool.
Right.
Now, getting back to the women. Go ahead.
Now with the women, it's you tie them based on however you want it. So let's say, for example, a woman got big, thick legs. You know what I'm saying? I want to tie her legs back. That has nothing to do with slavery.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What about with the paddling or with the strap?
Yes, sir.
With the strap.
What about it?
When you got them,
You ever slap somebody in the ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No difference.
No difference. Matter of fact, we'll go on top of that. You slap on the ass, she wiggle a little bit, she like it, you like it a little bit too.
Has that happened to you?
I mean, I'm into
Yes
a
or no?
little
Answer the
spanking.
fucking question.
I'm into a little spanking.
Just a little bit.
You get spanked.
You're right.
Yeah, I'll do a little flogging, but I don't play with that whip shit. Tried it one time. The crack of that motherfucker, I felt some ancestral shit.
Right.
I'm good. I'll bat. That's my hard
now,
limit.
I got now. Let me-
Expound, please.
So here we go, right? Y'all, me drop my coach stuff right here. So there's some wonderful people who created something we call it TIC, right? Trauma-informed consensual kink. It was developed for black people by black people, right? And a part of that, large bulk of that, straight out to Coach Feline, a lot of what Coach put together was because a lot of times there are black folks in these kink spaces with white folks who have names like master and their favorite implement may be a whip. That is traumatizing for people in those spaces, right?
Keep going.
There's traumatized people in those spaces. So we had a framework was created to have that conversation, right? So some people, it's triggering for them. Whips are triggering for them. Some people, motherfucking being called a bitch is triggering for them. Some people, choking is triggering for them. So there's a framework that's created to address that, right? But ultimately, I do a little bit of everything. I do all that shit. I do flogging, paddles, knife play, fire play, wax play. I got a temperature class coming out. I do fire cupping. We do sensory play. We do rope bondage. I'm getting into
Hold
sound
on.
healing.
Fire play?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Tell me what that is.
So we take a fire wand, dip it in alcohol, light it on fire, roll fire over the body. It's erotic. Tap it. You put alcohol in your hand. You ever did that before? Yeah, we do that in a manner, and we set the intention on a sexual expression.
Can we get off on that?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Wow.
Look. You tie him standing up, or you tie him laying on
Yes and yes. So we remember the conversation we had about consent, right? Part of that conversation is they tell me what they want to experience, and then we have a discussion about what's the best way to get that. So some people not ready to be suspended, right? It's a little bit more intense on the body. It's an active thing because your body is going through a bunch of things, right? So some people I tie them on the floor. Some people I may tie them with their hands up if I'm gonna do something else, like if I'm gonna spank them, if I'm gonna flog, if I'm gonna if I'm going to put ice on them, if I'm going to do some other shit to them, right? I may time while they standing up. Some people I time on the floor. I might time up into a ball. Some people I would tie them over some shit, right? It depends on what the intent is, right? So if the intent is to have sex, I'm going to tie them in a way that allows us to have the best sex possible. Wow. If it's for suffering, if I'm going to tie them up so they can experience a different level of suffering, I'm going to tie them in a way that's a little bit more restrictive and painful. If it's something that's we're going to do something that's therapeutic, I tie them in that way, and it depends on what we to talk about, you know.
Hold on. Rewind. Check this shit out. So
Yes, sir.
that's what I was gonna ask you. So with the whole tie up stuff, do you have those choices where you have sex or not?
Yeah, well,
to have
I have
sex?
I'm what they call a service top, a pro service top. So women pay me to be tied up, and I incorporate photography and some other things with it. So I don't have sex with my clients. Rule number 1: don't fuck the models, don't fuck the clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pop it.
All right.
Yeah.
Delcia.
Wait.
Yes,
So, let me ask you.
Hold on. I was finna ask
Go.
Delcia. Delcia,
Yes.
do you have sex or not?
Or are you wait? Did you ask me? Do I have sex? Yeah, I fuck.
I'm talking about. I mean, in the rope play.
Oh.
No.
No, not at all.
No, because it's just something that I'm doing. I'm either tying myself up, tying somebody else up, or I'm letting somebody tie me up. It's just like the experience for me.
Boring.
Right. So I do it in my personal life. I do it for sex.
I mean,
Yeah. Don't let the bow tie and the motherfucking granddaddy sweater fool you. I fucks. I eat pussy. I do all that shit. But on my personal life, we do things a little bit different.
I
For
wanted
my
him
clients,
to suspend me. I'm not showing up to his house like you gonna suspend me and you gonna fuck me like this my friend.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm saying, do you have her tied up
Yes,
like
sir.
this, arms up like this,
Okay.
suspended, and then you get the motherfucking vibrator and go.
Yes, you can
My
find.
nigga, hit that shit.
Yes, you can find all of that on my OnlyFans, or you can see some of my clips on my Twitter page, Urban_American. Before y'all go there, my dick is out.
Pause. Box. Okay. So you do the thing
I do all that shit.
with the vibrator.
Vibrators, knives, everything.
All right, here we go. Hit me a rewind real quick.
nigga, you unboxed a drill though.
The drill though was the shit. Yes,
Here
sir.
we go. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Give us the rope tie voice. When you got the bitch tied up, she didn't pay you.
Wait, you gotta help me out a
Wait,
little bit. Right, yes, sir, yes,
She
sir.
didn't. I'm giving you the scenario. She
Okay.
didn't paid you the money. She's suspended in air, or she's on a fucking platform or whatever, and she's all stressed out. One arm is over here, other arm is over here, leg over here, and she's laying on her back or on her stomach. What is the voice that you are talking to the bitch in?
Okay, I got one question.
What's
Yo.
American.
Go.
Zach. What? Okay. Damn. Because it ain't. It's mainly I'm more like forceful. Like you like that shit, bitch. Because I have to incorporate consent into it. So I'm doing something and I need to check on it. So I might be a little bit more forceful. Like, so let's say I'm pinching the nipples. You like when I pinch your motherfucking nipples, don't you, bitch? Bitch, answer me. Answer me. Your nasty ass. Pussy throbbing. I can smell your motherfucking pussy. You know? Or, but let's say she wants more firm, nurturing voice. So I may say, you like when I do this, don't you? You've been waiting all week for me to do this to you. You like when I twist your nipples till they almost fall off. I can see it in your eyes. I can see you aroused. You don't nod your head. Say the words yes or no if you like it or if you don't like it. So different people, we set the intention and different people get the different voice.
It's all about the conversation had at the beginning.
Right. We said all that. I'm on Instagram too. You can see some of my stuff on Instagram.
What's your IG?
Mr. Solomon Abrams.
We got to do a part 2.
Yes, sir.
The Twitter page is Urban_American.
It might be with a shadow ban.
I hope not.
Oh yeah.
Shit, because I'm pro-black.
Right.
I don't want to go over to kink.com and look at shit, even though I look at this shit, but it's majority white and
If
it's
you
catered
wanna-
to them.
It's huh?
You got him?
He going.
Tag me in it, man.
Right.
Pause.
So it's some black sites out here. It's a site BLK Touch, Black Touch. They doing some good shit. It's a lot. There's some people doing some good stuff out here. Black folks, niggas.
You was considered a dominant, right?
Yes,
You're dom.
I'm considered. Wait a minute. No, let me start over. I'm a service top. I'm a top, and that denotes that I don't have a power exchange dynamic with everybody. Now my lady is my slave. I'm her master, right? That we have a deeper connection. When I met her, she had a desire for a deeper connection, and I feel that connection for her, and so that's that. But I'm a top, the person doing the things. But generally, people call me a dominant as well. That was like a lot to unpack, huh?
I mean, it is, and we on a time schedule.
Yeah, I got you.
And everything.
Right.
I got to get a part 2.
Yes, sir.
I got to get a part 2.
When you want me back?
We
work it out.
We're going to have to work it out, yeah.
Okay.
I got to get a part 2.
Okay. No Kanye.
No Kanye. I got a lot of questions.
Okay.
I really do.
That's my anthem for the rest of the fucking month. No Kanye.
Hit it!
They look shocked. They look shocked. They're flabbergasted.
I mean, it's one thing to see.
That's because you talking to these two vanilla ass niggas over here.
Don't say it like that. They just don't know. They don't know.
I mean, of course, sometimes
I'm giving them a hard time.
Sometimes in your mind, you be wanting, bitch, what time?
Anything this nigga Jamal,
nigga
Jamal know about sex, he learned from fucking porn.
Ain't nothing wrong.
And he needs to unlearn a lot of that shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we can help him out. Man.
When did the whole, in your opinion, give me about 30 seconds answer.
Yes, sir.
In your mind, when did the whole pegging thing shit start?
So pegging was already, I think it became recently, in the last 2 years, it became more mainstream because it was a way for people to make money doing it. And it was already going on. It was just a way for people to just get more money off of it. And so people was already doing that shit. It just wasn't, like you said, everything became more mainstream.
Okay. God damn.
God damn, it's 11 o'clock.
Hey, look.
Let's get to the bush.
I got to get you back, Bo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just let me know.
I say that, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. And I thank you for being very candid.
No, thank y'all for having me.
With candor.
Thank y'all for having me.
Wow.
Check this out, right? So, I want your honest opinion about these questions that I'm about to ask.
Okay.
All he does is 6 brown chicks.
6 brown chicks. Okay. You ready?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to whip through these real quick.
Okay.
Okay? I didn't think my man was a drug addict because he's heavy set. But he choked on food while sleeping twice.
Okay.
I discovered that he cooks food, gets high, starts eating, and then chokes himself out on the food.
That's wild.
He refuses to stop getting high or eating in bed. Advice.
Leave him.
Damn. Don't tie him up.
None of that shit. Leave him.
Don't tie his ass up.
First of all,
Go get some motherfucking
he's a dope
insurance.
fiend. He's a dope fiend.
He getting high and eating.
Yeah, he's getting high and nodding off and eating.
He's
he
first
has
of
other
all,
problems. You can't fix it.
The high shit.
The high part is
the high shit.
He likes choking damn near to death.
Right.
He likes choking himself.
Go ahead.
The high shit, he's stuffing himself because he getting fucked up. You know
But what I'm
saying
saying is, just go get some life insurance on his ass.
No.
Pop it!
You want to come
I'm
home,
for real
motherfucker?
now. I
That's
don't
a whole
give a
find
fuck.
motherfucker
He
dead.
dead.
That motherfucker
Take
getting
his ass to the
He
crematorium.
must got some fire fucking weed or some shit. What the fuck?
That's heroin.
An argument about rent and why he doesn't help me out escalated to a fight and then a hostage situation. It was blasted all over the news. Police had his wife call my apartment to calm him down. I did not know he was married.
Focus.
I'm 5 months pregnant. Advice.
Oh well.
Shit.
You
Pull your
you looking
boots
like
up,
Here we
Hershey
go.
Walker.
No. Here we go.
You heard
Connect with the wife, and if the wife can calm him down, you connect with him, and y'all work this out and have a new modern family. Y'all not even polyamorous, just have a new modern family and work this out, because it's obvious that you love him, because you would put him in jail, or you know what I'm saying, disconnect to reconnect. That's all I can say.
That's
I
Herschel.
find it hard to believe that she didn't know he was fucking married.
Right. That's Herschel Walker
I'm
in the
sorry.
flesh.
Hit it! Usually when we ask these questions, it's not to give the right answer. You got to give the wrong bullshit answer.
No, you got to tell them. Oh.
No, I'm just
Oh,
fucking
okay,
with you.
shit.
No,
There you go.
That's Herschel Walker in the flesh, man.
Choke that motherfucker out.
There you go, Bob. There we go.
Right.
After a year with me, he decided to go back to his ex. He left me with unpaid bills, pregnant, and herpes.
Oh.
I told him about the STD. Him, you always complaining.
Right.
That's why I'm leaving. I still miss him.
Oh, okay.
Could the birth of our baby bring him back to me? Advice.
Nope.
Hell yeah. So first off, what you gotta do, get $45, get it in change. Put that shit in a Apple Crown Royal bag, beat that motherfucker in the knee. Now he can't go nowhere. And now you can take care of him and the baby.
Pop it! Delcia.
I mean,
I'm stuck
it's
on the
gift that
STD.
keeps on giving. Like
Jeff.
I'm stuck on the STD. You got herpes and a baby with herpes.
Hit it!
Y'all get over it.
That's fucked
you
up.
gonna have to have a C-section, baby girl. Like if you having an active outbreak, your baby go. It's the gift that keeps on
It's the
giving.
outbreak monkey baby now.
My God.
He says outbreak, baby.
What's
I'm
up, Mike?
dating Pam and she wants to get married. I don't. I date Pam because my twins have special needs and their mother left me.
Oh.
Pam babysits while I do my thing with other females, but lately she's unavailable. I think Pam's cheating and trying to leave me with these kids. Advice.
Shut your punk ass up.
Hit it!
Bitch, you better marry motherfucking Pam.
Hit it!
Hey man, it's for real.
Hey, they said everything I want to say.
Sound like you need to be putting a ring on.
Right.
Ain't no ring when it's bad to the
Take
core.
your death.
Hit it!
Insurance policy is 750.
I ain't putting no ring on no dookie ball.
I've been begging him to stay home and be faithful to me for 15 years. We have 3 kids that he doesn't spend time with and they need their dad. He moved out. He was shot committing a robbery and now he can't walk. He asked to come back home to love me right. Advice.
Bitch, he need a wet nurse.
Hit it!
You done sat around and you done waited 14 years.
15.
14 years, 364 fucking days too long for a motherfucker to do you right. Now because he a cripple, he want to come back. Girl, don't take your trash bag back.
I
Girl,
got
go
some.
get your man.
You ready?
Go on and get him.
Jeff.
I said, joy, joy to me. I want you here with me.
Wild answer, Mike.
Hey, he living like Teddy Pendergrass.
Put a cardboard box over the head with a hole in it and turn him into a mobile glory hole.
Right.
That's why.
Turn him up into
I said, joy,
Right.
joy to me. I want you here with me.
Last one.
Oh, man.
My barber arched my eyebrows. My wife saw it and cried.
Oh.
Her ex left her for a man, and now she thinks I'm gay. I'm not. I woke up to her putting a banana near my ass because she wanted to see if I had been touched there before. I liked it. Should I ask her to do it again?
I mean, that wouldn't make him gay.
Don't ask her to do it again. Just lay around with your booty in there.
Right.
You turn yourself into a derriere.
Popping.
He looking like one of the members of Menudo.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily make him gay. I thought that gay sex
Hey,
happened
first of all-
between 2 men.
Shout out to Ricky Martin.
Hit it.
They singing, let's dance, let's shout, shake it down to the ground in Spanish.
I mean, shit. Majority of the Puerto Ricans and Hispanics and the Dominicans, I know those dudes, they
That's
have to
a
get
wild-
them eyebrows arched up because them motherfuckers be one straight across their face.
Unibrow.
Like Oscar the Grouch
Nobody
and
said
shit.
you were right. Nobody.
Oscar.
With that being said, I thank you, Solomon.
Thank you for having me, sir. Thank you for having
Delcy, I
us.
thank you for coming on and bringing.
Thank you. for having me.
thank you, Delcia, for. You can tell when he gets on the boards, it's always something. That's Matt Mercado over there. Shout out to Matt Mercado. Hand clap.
We live, man. My man Matt Mercado.
Delcia, thank you for coming back on. We're gonna have to have a part 2.
Okay.
When I got the everybody here.
Okay.
The other 2 guys. I welcome you to come back on.
Yeah. Let me know.
We're gonna
we'll
work it out.
Yes, sir.
Jeff the Illis, got anything to say?
Shout out to all my peoples who have been rolling with me with After Hours. We'll be back December for the end of the year show, and then we'll be back Valentine's Day weekend, and we're gonna roll it out. And then we'll have a street date for one of the albums that I'm coming out with for either Danielle or Nakia Soliloquies album. So we'll have a street date for one of them. So get ready for that.
You got to laugh to keep from crying.
Yes, sir.
The Solomon Abrams episode, part 1.
Yes, sir. And not on Apple, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Reasonable English Podcast. Go ahead, Jeff. Man, and make sure y'all vote, man.
Yes.
I have one thing.
Delcia?
Sound guy Mike, I miss you.
Oh.
He's my favorite.
That's my man. He came on After Hours, man.
Yeah, he said he told me to get up, stop talking about the Kanye shit. With that being said, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Plug your site and plug.
You can find me for services on thesolomonabrams.com. I'm on Instagram, Mr. Solomon Abrams, Facebook, Solomon Abrams, and I'm on Twitter as urban_American. And if you're on YouTube, it's Solomon Abrams.
Facebook group?
No, I just go on my page. I'm open.
Open? Okay.
Yeah, it's public. I tell dad jokes in the morning.
He does.
A lot of dad jokes.
You got to laugh to keep from crying.
Yes, sir.
Bombs!